Hi everybody, welcome back to Ryker Rides. I so appreciate you guys watching. There have been quite a few videos on how to remove your tire and your wheel, and I've never done it. My first time doing it is going to be with you watching. So I've always thought, you know, can I do it? Can I not do it? You need a big torque wrench and you need a big socket. This is actually a socket. This is huge. This is 65 millimeters. I'll put a link where you can get it. There's a lot of places you can get it, but a lot of places that you might go to change your tire if you get a flat will not have it. So it's kind of good to have one in your toolbox. It is solid, it's really heavy. So I wanted to do a video personally just to see if I can actually do it from a woman's perspective. So, okay, so let's get started. The only thing you really need for this, you need two things. You need a very large torque wrench. Your torque is going to be set at 220 foot-pounds. And that's very important because when you put it back on, you want to make sure it's on there right. So you need this, and again, this is really heavy as well, and you need the socket. Other than that, that's all you should need. So why do you want this? This is good in case you want to change your wheels out yourself, your tires out yourself. This is what you would need to use. So you don't have to bring it in someplace to do it. Let's get started and see how this works. The first thing you need is you need to take this pin off, and all you want to do is you want to get in here, loosen this, and then pop it up, and it comes right out. So that's how it goes back in. So you just want to make sure that this hole is, you know, you have it lined up with a hole like that to get it back in. So this would be kind of cool while they're off. It's a good opportunity if you want to paint them or whatever. They're very easy to get on and off. So now what's left is, hold on, I'm fixing my thing. Now you have to keep it, don't lift the tire, don't lift the bike at all. Keep it flat so it doesn't spin. That's very important. Now we're going to put our socket and the torque wrench together. Nice click. And now you're going to get on there so it lines up. See the grooves in here? It lines up with these grooves. Line it up. So it's the old adage, lefty loosey, righty tighty on there. And now you're just going to pull it. And it takes a lot of strength. A lot of strength. This is hard to do. Okay. All right, so it's all lined up. Put it down a little bit. Okay. And now I'm literally just spinning the tire. Man, that's on there tight. Okay, so I'm obviously having difficulty in this scenario, which this is why I do it with you watching. The tire was spinning, but I could not get it loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack it up, because unless you have someone that's going to have their foot on the brake for you, that's going to keep the tire still, that's why I was moving around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack up the bike a little bit so it's off the ground, and then I'm going to show you what to do next to keep the tire from spinning. So let me just jack it up real quick. You don't need to jack it up that high, just a little bit. Okay. And now the tire's spinning perfectly, right? So if my camera guy will come over here. So let me show you what we're doing. I had to take this piece off, back up a little bit. So I had to take this piece off the cover in order to access this point right here. So this video was done perfectly. Ryker Parking Only, John from Ryker Parking Only showed what you need to do to keep your tire from spinning to work on it. And that's what these holes are for. So there's a hole here right through. So you line this up, and then you just stick a, Phillips head screwdriver through there, or something similar. And now this locks your wheel, and so it won't spin. Okay, now we should be able to get back to what we need to do. I'm going to come on this side, I think, so I could push on it instead of pull on it. And because again, this is 220 pounds of pressure, and I don't weigh that much, so. All right, let's see if we can do this. I think I may need to put shoes on it and stand on this. Good God! This is crazy hard. Okay, let me try sitting on it. Okay, it's not as fun as it looks. I feel like it's gonna go and I'm gonna fall and break my tailbone. Ah, it's going. You know what it is? My big old butt is what needed it. Whee! Ah. All right, yay. Okay, so check it out, I did it. So this comes off, obviously. Now, there's a big washer in here. You want to make sure you remember, it's kind of easy how to put it in because there's an indentation of where it's supposed to go. So it's kind of self-explanatory how to put it back on. And then now, ta-da! That's awesome. That's so cool. And now you've got your brake pads, your calipers. It's really cool. Oh, you know what I should have done while this is off? I've always wanted to paint my calipers. This is another good reason how to take, why you want to take your wheels off is to paint your calipers if you need to. Sometimes if you're going to do a lot of accessory lights, it's good to know how to take your stuff off to get to it. This is really cool. And this is, if you were changing out your brake pads, this is what you would need to how to access it. This is awesome. So what you need to do when what to remember to put when you're putting your tire back on is you've got these 3 pegs here sticking out, and you want to make sure it's lined up with these 3. And that's obviously essential. Okay, now we're going to put it back on. So you've got the 3 pegs there, so you need to make sure they're lined up when you do it. So kind of try to do your best. And then if not, you can just kind of figure it out when you put it on. This is another reason why you don't want to jack it up too high, because then you got to lift it back. There we go. So make sure it's up flush against the brake disc. And now don't forget your washer. This part is going against it. Make sure everything's nice and tight and clean. Now we're going to put this on. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. It's always a good rule of thumb here. And again, you're tightening it with a torque wrench at 220 foot-pounds. So you want to tighten this as tight as you can get it. All right, and then now let's get this back on. Now, it's a little top heavy. It's always better to, in terms of strength-wise, it's always better to push down than it is to pull up. Then you kind of, it helps to kind of hold it so it's not moving a little bit. And of course, I think I might have to sit on it again. The struggle is real, because you want to make sure it's done right. So you want to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to level it and try to sit on it again. Okay. All right. So. Okay, let's try to use my butt weight again to do this. It worked before. I'm sure every guy watching this video is thinking, she's so weak. Yes, I am. It's definitely going. So let me raise it up a little bit. I'm sure my neighbors are like, what is she doing? Ah, it's hurting my butt. Ready? Watch this. I wish I was stronger.
It's not strength, it's just a matter of weight. You don't have enough weight.
Yeah, I need to eat more. That's a good reason to not diet. This is hard. It's not comfortable either on your butt. If you have another way to do this, ladies, please let me know. Gentlemen. Oh, hold on, I can feel it. Oh, wait, oh, hold on. Ah, perfect, I got it. All right, so it clicked, I felt it go in, and take it off. And now I'll show you how to put the pin back on, and then we're good to go. Okay, now that the wheel is back on and nice and tight, I'm gonna take that Allen wrench out. I'm sorry, the Phillips head screwdriver out. So now we've got full spinning going on. Now we're gonna line up. So inside here, if you can get a close-up, inside here there's several holes. I think there's 5 little holes here. So there's a hole here, and you see going all the way, so there's a bunch of little holes here. Hole here, so it comes all the way around. So what you wanna do is you wanna find a hole that lines up with an indentation here, a notch. And that's where you want the pin to go. So I'm gonna use this hole, doesn't matter which one you use, as long as it's lined up with a notch. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna bring it up here so you guys can see better. And I'm going to put that in there like that. See how that works? And now what we're gonna do is just stretch this around. And it should pop right back on. Oops. So we're going to put it here where it belongs, open up the ring, and again, it takes a little bit of effort there. There you go. That is perfectly on. So it's, again, if you notice where my finger is, so it comes through this little hole right here. And we're good. So now this is totally done. We're good to go. It does scratch up your wheel nut here. And so that's unfortunate, but a little bit of black paint, if you're conscientious about how your bike looks like I am, I probably will tighten it up, just to all these little marks, but no big deal at all. And we're done. Change the bike, change the wheel, easy peasy, as Rico Parkingoli says, and we're good to go. Any questions or comments? If you have a better way to do this, feel free. If you have an easier way to do this, or however it's worked for you, let me know, and let everyone else know. The channel basically, I want it to be a free-for-all, that if you have a better way of doing it, if you have a better product that you use, this is an open forum. It's everybody helping everybody. That's what it's all about. Wearing gloves so you don't get your hands dirty, but I like kind of getting involved in my work. So that's it. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you next time. Ride safe.